Hello, welcome. Take Two Tuesday here. Hi, my name's Ken at the Stamps of Life. I want to welcome all of you to our once a week get together. We call it Take Two Tuesday. We get together, we do a little crafting, card making. If you've never heard of us, so we're Stamps of Life here in Orange County, California. My name's Ken. I'm one of the owners. Usually you see my wife, Stephanie. She does almost all the videos, but every once in a while I pop in here, hang out with you guys a little bit, and we have some fun together. So the idea, what we do on Take Two Tuesdays, we go back in time and look at some items that are on the Stamps of Life website. Some of them are a little bit older, but they are a refresher for you who already have them. And for those of you who have never seen these items, like they could be dies, stamps. Sometimes there's some extra things mixed in here, but all kinds of different things. And we go back in time and look at these to show you maybe what you've missed. So that is the idea, what we do here on Take Two Tuesday. So we'll craft a little bit at the beginning. I'll show you some card samples. We'll do a little bit of chat. We'll have some fun together, hang out. And then after we go check it out on the website, I'll show you the samples. Maybe I'll die cut a little bit. We kind of mix and match. Then we have a couple of fun things today. We do have a quiz. Now this is the bonus stuff. So the first part is kind of like what we're really here to do. Take Two Tuesday, checking out this stuff that you can see on the website. But in the second half, we want to just hang out and kind of have some fun. So today we have a February quiz, and everybody gets to help me out in the chat on that one, okay? And then we also have our good news segment. And last week we did a Bible verse from Colossians chapter 3. We're going to be in that same chapter again this week. But later on in the chapter, there's this really good verse that I just love. When I think about it, it might be one of my favorite Bible verses. So you'll want to hang around for that, okay? So that is the idea, the plan. I'm going to check out and see who is in the chat here. Let's see. I did see Vera was here early, and SMA Crafts, great, which is Sylvie and Shelby. They were all early birds here. And then who else? I see a bunch of my posts. Damari's here, Rochelle, Carol, Peggy, welcome all of you. Diane, Ruth, Debbie, Dawn, Melissa, welcome all of you. Paula's here. Great. Susan and Sue. Welcome all of you. For fun, I was checking out, this is I need to get you all involved. Okay. You got to participate in the chat. Sometimes the chat goes quiet, like when we're doing the quizzes and I really need help. Or if I'm making something, and like if you know I'm making a mistake, you can tell me, put in the chat. Maybe I won't see it right away, but at least there's some chat activity that way, okay? So you post in the chat then, and then when we do our quiz, make sure you got to help me on that one. And also, even in our good news segment, if God is speaking to you, you want to add in the chat what you feel like God is saying to you, perfect. We would love to hear from you, okay? I might be the one sharing something, but I love to hear what you have to say. So just for fun in the chat, if you had to choose, and we might ask this on Crafting Corner, I bet we did. Would you rather go back in time, or would you rather go into the future? If you could pick a period to live in, would you rather go back in time to some time or into the future? And I was thinking about it both ways. In the future could be scary. I don't know how things are going to be turning out. But I was also, well, if I went back in time, there's like no electricity, no computers. Like, how could I function? How could I function? So there must be good things about both sides. I mean, I'm sure there would be some great times from history in the past, but like running water, I mean, come on. I can't live without running water or a hot shower. I don't know if I'd make it. And then in the future, I don't even know, what are we just going to be all like wired to be AI people, or who knows? So it could be good or bad. Tell me in the chat, what would you rather do? Go into the future or go to some period in the past? That's just for fun. All right. So we're going to talk about today. We have a new Fold It Club. If you're a Fold It Club member, I shipped them all out. Can you believe it? Today is the 24th and they are all in the mail. every single one of them has been placed in the mail. So that is good news. If you are a Fold It Club member, this might be the fastest I ever got them all shipped. Most of the time, I can get them all shipped within the first 1 or 2 days, but I was able to get them all shipped out today. So that is good news for you, Fold It Club members. If you want to know about the Fold It Club, I am going to talk about it right now. So let's do that. And let me find my name. Again, my name's Ken. I'm here at the Stamps of Life. Take Two Tuesday, which is what we're doing. So our new Fold It Club, check it out. It is kind of a wheelbarrow theme. And Stephanie says she is going to do a contest where you guys are going to make Fold It cards with the wheelbarrow, but you're going to add to it and fill it up with whatever you want. And then you're going to upload it to our gallery. And it doesn't matter how beautiful or awesome your card is, or maybe just how, maybe it's just an average, normal, regular, everyday, like a Ken card. She's going to pick a random winner from the gallery. So you're going to have a chance to win. What you're going to win, I don't know. That part is Stephanie's department. So I just heard there's a contest going on. So anyhow, we have this new Fold It. It is the wheelbarrow, super cute. And you know what? Of course, it has flowers. And here's another one with flowers. And I believe the flowers come in here. Let me show you these samples, and then I'll show you the items. But it's fun because Fold It's, they make a shaped card. And then you can also add it like this one. Here it is, a Fold It. But it is on the front. This is a 5x7 card. It'd probably fit on an A2 size card too. But if you want to have an idea of how large the die is, and that is right on the front. So you get the wheelbarrow. And what I was thinking is, what kind of cool things can you come up with that will possibly fit in your wheelbarrow? And I know this would be different. I bet you'd have a good chance to win. But I was thinking putting a big birthday cake in there, like with a candle or something, or writing happy birthday on the wagon or on the wheelbarrow. So that is something I thought of. But what would you add to your wheelbarrow? If you are in the Fold It Club, you're going to want to get in that competition. Well, contest, we'll call it. It's not competition, but contest. You're going to want to enter in the gallery. You'll go on the Stamps of Life website and go to the gallery. You'll upload. So here it is as an A2 card. And that would stand up just like that. Oops, why am I way over there? Sorry, let me fix my camera here a tad. I don't know why it wants to stick over there. There we go, right in the center. So there is our Fold It. So that is the new one that, again, I just shipped it today. Isn't that great? It just went out today, this morning. So it is on its way to you. Be watching for that. So I had a couple ideas. If you go, and Stephanie has our regular video for the Fold It Club, and then she did a live last night where she talked about it, and she had way more card samples. So if you want to see more ideas or learn more information than even what I'm going to give you, go and look at the Stamps of Life YouTube channel. You'll see the regular video that was posted, and then the live is there from last night too. So just search like March Fold It Club Stephanie, you'll find it. Here's what you get. All right, here is what you get. You're going to get this cool die set. That's what makes the card. Again, A2 size. And the wheelbarrow here is the one that's going to do all of the work. Okay, it's going to cut out the base, and you can decorate with that. But look at all these extras you get. So you can use the flowers if you like, but you don't have to. So this is your chance to think outside of the box. Maybe you have some stamps and dies from the Stamps of Life from the past that you've been wondering, how could I use these? So like, look, here are the little bees have been added on this one. Maybe you want to put in like the birthday dogs or birthday cat sitting in there playing in the wheelbarrow, or maybe you have some little bugs, ladybugs, or anything. You can add anything you want. If you want it to be sports themed, you could probably put some little footballs or soccer balls. I know we had the soccer ball set come out lately, but just think out, what would you put in your wheelbarrow? Like so many different things. I know strawberries, apples, all that kind of stuff is regular things you might think of, but think outside the box. Think of something a little funny, a little cute, a little interesting. And so you get that die set. Then this has 2 stencils in it. This is the flower dots and petals stencils here that you can see, but also inside there's another stencil set which coordinates with the wagon. So you get 2 stencils, okay? That comes in the Fold It Club shipment. And if you're in the club, that has been sent out to you. If you want the stamps, if you are doing the Fold It Club and you get the stamps, this is the collection that's coming out to you. I'm trying to read it off my screen. You are really special. You are, and then it says thoughtful sunshine and smiles. You really make my day brighter. You make my heart really happy. So there are your stamps that have been sent out. If you are in the Fold It Club and you want to get the stamps, you can do that as an add-on. You just go into your account, and when you look in your club memberships, there's a spot where you can add on the Fold It Club. If you can't find it, you can also email Faylene. She'll help you out with that. Okay, so that is the Fold It Club. When I do see some, let's see if we have any good ideas in the chat. So let's see. Yep. So Sue said bunny, eggs, jelly beans, fruit. That would be good. Great idea. Nice job. Yeah, let's see. Anybody else have some ideas? Oh, and then we got to go back to ourselves. Some people are saying they wanted to go back in time. Some people said they wanted to go to the future. We have a mix for sure. But also in the chat, just tell me for fun, what would you put in your wheelbarrow Fold It? If you're a club member, start thinking about it. These are on their way to you. Okay, I shipped them all out today, so your lucky day, I guess. And my lucky day too, because now it's done. I kind of like to do things like that. Like this wasn't on my checklist today, but I like to get things done and mark it off. Now I don't have to think about it anymore. Usually I would ship it in the afternoon and maybe some tomorrow morning, but I was able to do it all today. All right, so that is good news. Then I also wanted to, so that was the Fold It Club again. The information for that is on the Stamps of Life website. So you'll want to check that out. Some fun things about being in the club. When you're a club member, you get the club discount on our website, which is 15% off anything, okay? Anything and everything on our website. Every day is a sale if you're a club member. Now, I had somebody on Facebook ask a question. Can we shop the Stamps of Life without being a club member? Yes, you can. Anybody is welcome to shop on our website, okay? So you know that anybody can shop. The advantage if you're in the club is you get that extra discount. Club members get club points. Every once in a while we send out a little freebie, goodie, extra treat for club members. And then what else? Then again, you get the club discount all the time. Classes, cardstock, inks, all our dies, stamps. It doesn't matter if they're from the past, the future, anything you can find on our website, you're going to get the discount. I also wanted to mention on the website, we have some new items. If you haven't been there, let me go ahead and show you the website here real quick. We're going to switch cameras. All right, there's our website. And up at the top of the corner, you see the little QR code. That will get you to our website. Otherwise, you just type in the stampsoflife.com. That will get you to our website. The last few days, I think on the 19th, 20th, we added this new spring Fold It, the little Liam slimline, mini slimline card. There's some background dies here. Now, just so you know, if you have not shopped with us lately, let me get rid of that, and I'm going to pop up here. If you have not shopped with us lately, today is the 24th. So there will actually be some new items added on to the website again tonight. With February being a short month, all of a sudden everything gets crammed really close. So there will be a few more items added to the website. So if you didn't get the chance to shop for these new dies that were just added about 4 days ago, there will be some extra items tonight. So a little bonus shopping for you. Lots of fun stuff. So check that out on the website. Then I do have a couple of samples to show you here. So those ones we just saw on the website, I have this little guy. Now, why is that base way over there? That does not make sense. Here we go. So that is the Liam, and he's holding a football in this one. Think you could do baseball, basketball, whatever your little guys or girls are into. So, of course, it's a boy, but we also have the Kirsten doll that looks like this, the same size. That's a Fold It, okay? So it opens up like that. If you want to do the fold on the top, you could do it on the top as well. You have the option to do that with the Fold It. Then this was we're talking about sports. It is spring training time, so baseball is on our minds. We have this cool baseball background. You see that background? It's an A2 size background. It fits right on the front of your A2 size card. So that's a nice way to add a little extra texture depth to your card interest. So that is fun. And then, not to be outdone, we have this one. Whoop, you see me, I dropped the card. This one is soccer. Soccer is kind of year round. So for your spring soccer leagues, you can see that. You can see the little soccer balls there in the background. So that is a new one too, on the front of an A2 size card. And again, with the A2s, you can go vertical or horizontal. Okay, you have the option to do both of those. Then, whoa, I'm dropping stuff. Sorry. I wrecked it. I'm dropping everything all of a sudden. I never drop anything on this table, and it's because I have this little, I put my little stand. This is the edge of the table right here. So it's like, if I go here, I'm going off, I'm going off the edge. So, and then here's our spring. If you got the winter one, it's really fun, kind of seasonal. And this one is decorated with some nice Easter colors, kind of springy colors. It opens up. This is a slimline fold it. Okay, slimline fold it. You can mix and match your colors here. You go lighter, darker, I don't know, whatever you want to do. We also have a winter version. If you like winter, we're still in winter, but spring's not far away. So those are the slimline dies. That's all on the website. Okay, you guys, on the website. And more coming tonight. All right, I think I covered those things. One other topic I want to remind you, this Thursday, now, you know, we usually do Stephanie's crafting corner on Thursdays, but tonight, or this Thursday, it was going to be a little extra special, and you see why. HSN sneak peek preview this Thursday. So Stephanie will actually be live on HSN next Tuesday, which is March 3rd, I think. We don't have the times yet, but we'll notify you about those. But this Thursday, Stephanie will be showing tons of card samples. She'll be showing you what she'll actually be presenting on HSN next Tuesday. But those items should all be on the website by Thursday. If they are, you'll be able to shop Thursday night and be the first to get them before Stephanie even takes them live on HSN. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be this Thursday night starting at 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, normally we do Stephanie's crafting corner during that time, but we're going to take a break this week and we're going to go ahead and have some fun and see the new items that will be on HSN. So get ready for that. That is it. Let's get on to the main event here. And what are we looking at today? Let's see. Let us see. Oh, I was wondering, the weather map is, where are you? I was looking at this weather map. Let me see if I can find it here. And looks like some of us are warming up and some of us are kind of cold. Let me grab this map real quick. Grab this map. Let's see. I'm going to share that screen. See if you see where you are on the map. Again, I was wishing all of you hoping that you were having a great day, but I see some of you are in the cold. So let's look at that real quick. So there is our map. I'm way down here at the bottom. Yes, we are in the high 70s. I saw our friends who are up here in the Northeast, lots of cold. Where are you on this map? Let us know. Are you freezing? Are you warming up? Looks like if you're kind of south, right below that line, things are looking pretty good for you. I'm hoping the snow has moved out, but Stephanie's going to be traveling back there to Pennsylvania next week for HSN, and it is cold. She's not a cold person, but she's going to have to tough it out. So hopefully this warm weather will move your direction, but where are you on the map? Are you getting nice weather or is it cold for you? And again, I think the snow is moving out, which would be nice. So we got that, and yeah, let's move on. Enough of that chat. We got Ohio, Wisconsin, South Gulf Coast. Ooh, that's nice. Hi, Beth. She's checking in. Oh, Peggy says she already has times for the HSNs, 11 and 5. That could be right, Peggy. That could be right. Some of the time HSN does change the times, but if you saw it, I believe it. 11 and 5, that would be interesting. So on the East Coast, that would be like 8 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Ooh, those would be good times. Good times. All right, let me get rid of that. I'm going to remove that. And I got sidetracked. I was thinking about the weather and I wanted to check in and hoping you guys were all keeping warm. Let's get rid of that. And our one and only item we're going to look at today is our Swirly Sun folded die set. It is from April of 2021. So we are going back in time 5 years for this one. You get, let me count the dies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me show you over here what you get. Whoop, not that one, sorry. So this is your die set right here, Swirly Sun. And it does make a folded card. You can use it just as we said, like on a card front if you want. If you want it on a scrapbook page, you could do that. Then it comes with these dies. 1, 2, I believe 3, 4 dies. We'll check on the website, but those are the dies you get. You might have this already, and with spring and summer coming up, this will be the time of the year to use it. I really like this one as far as when you make the card that you also add something to the front to really bring it out all together. Let me show you the sample so you know what I'm talking about. So 4 dies in that one. If you have this one, great. We want you to use it. Add it to a scrapbook page, make a folded card. So here's one with hello and a little ribbon on there. And let's scoot that over a little bit. And here is the side folded. Remember how I told you can do side folded or top. So that says hello. It's layered together there. And I did notice that some of our designers are using, I don't know if you can see it, but there are little adhesive squares in there that kind of give it a little depth, which I think is really nice. You can choose to do it flat if you want, or you can pop it up and give it a little dimension. So I prefer the dimension, but that is up to you. And here's an example of how I said you want to add something a little extra to your card. So it's got the depth. It's got some characters on there. You could add some sentiments. And again, it opens. This one is a top. All right, top. And then you can stamp in there, add your stamp on the back if you want. So that is a fun idea. I like that one. Summer's here. Spring cards would be great. Here's kind of another summery theme and with some pattern paper. And this one just says shine. Added a couple little sandals on there. Really, really cute. Great card sample. I only have 3 samples today, but I'll show you some more here on the website. Okay, so that is the die set we're going to look at. I'll show you real quick how to die cut some of it. Let's go over to the website, and I should have it around here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. 1 second. Where is that page? Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Nope. I know I typed in Swirly Sun. Give me 1 second here. Swirly. And I think it'll come up. There it is. Oh, it says it's 5 by 7. Ah, I thought it was A2 size, but it says it's 5 by 7. Let me look at that. Yeah, so it says 5 by 7. Let me see. I'm going to measure this real quick. I am going, I do have a, so I'm going to get my ruler here because I thought this was A2, but let's see. So yeah, well, no, let's see. Let's try this end. Yeah, well, that's about 5.5. And that is, it's about 5 by 5. So would you call that a 5 by 7? Well, it says 5 by 7. It gets 4 dies. So if it says maybe it's from, oh, I see. Let me try to measure from point to point, the largest points maybe. Well, that's about 5.5. I'm going to have to check on this one. And just for fun, I have some A2 card bases here. So to give you an idea, let me show you. Because I'm still not sold. This is 5 by 7. But look. So this is the size of the card. This base is an A2. So it is pretty close to A2 in size. So I'm going to ask somebody about that. I think it's A2. What do you guys think? It's barely going over the edge, barely down there, and barely up here. Now let's look at now this is a 5x7 card. Yeah, it does not. So that's a 5x7 base. Look, there's a gap up there at the top. So in my opinion, this is much closer to A2 in size. All right. What do you think? That does not look 5x7, right? See that gap up there? What do you guys think? You would need a 5x7 envelope. Yeah, I suppose you would, right? I suppose you would. 5x7 envelope, or else it's not going to fit. Okay, back to the website. So here we go. 4 dies. Like I said, I got that right. And there's the dies that you get. And where am I? I've disappeared. Let's see. We'll scroll through here. Make sure if you're having fun, make sure you hit the like button. That helps us out a lot. Or if you share after this video is over, that would be wonderful. If you're on Facebook or something, you want to share this video with a friend. Summer vibes, it says. Shine. Summer, we saw that one. Hello, we did see that. And you do some different colors. Just brighten somebody's days. You can do it. Maybe they like the color green. Oh, there's a stuffy. So some different samples on there. There will be a video on the website. And there's the main idea of the card. So there's your 4 dies. So that is on the website. And if you scroll down, there's some sunglasses. You might need that. That would look fun. If you had a pair of sunglasses in front of the sun, that would be great. And then there's some of the sunshine colors, tangerines, banana, sunshine, cardstock, all that different stuff on the website. Ink pads, all that coordinating stuff there. Let me put that over there. All right. It is time for us to do, It is time for us to get out these dies. And real quick, I'll run these through the machine and I'll show you how we can create a card. So we're going to try to do that. We'll get the base started here. And let me switch over to my machine. And we're going to change cameras. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Whoops, not that one. God, there we go. I am having a hard time with my camera switching today. Everything's working for a change, which is great. I've reset the internet. All the cameras are correct. But it's definitely user error today. Definitely user error. So to make the base of our card, we are going to use this one here. And I did get some colors. And I'm just going to mix and match a couple different things. Let's see what we can do. This will be the main base of our card. You could do yellow if you want. I just have this. It's kind of called a pop tone orange fuzz, which might be marigold for us. I believe this is marigold. Okay, marigold. So we're going to do the folded part first. So on a folded card, what do you have to do with your cardstock? You actually have to fold it in half. All right. And then your die is just going to go off the edge of your card, just a tad bit, just like that. You see how it's just going off the edge? That will create the fold for us. So we need the folded. And then what will happen, I'll show you after we run this through. What happens is this comes out a little bit weird because you kind of get a straight line at the top of your card, which you can't have a sun with a straight line. So let's go ahead and run that through our machine. First one. And then we're going to use the same die again. Whoop, my alarm's going off. Sorry, guys. That was my alarm. Got to hit that. That's supposed to be on quiet. Ideally, we would be done right now. I'm always aiming for 10:30, but obviously not going to happen. I guess I talked too much. And so I failed because what did I do? I did not put the die on this side. So I hope somebody shouted at me in the chat, Ken, the die is not facing down. So we're going to try that again. You have to have the blades facing down going into the cardstock or it's not going to cut. It's just going to kind of emboss. And that's what I did. I just embossed my card base. So see, I wasn't paying attention. And I should have known because let me show you. If you're doing a folded card, you're going to see these. Remember how I said your edge has to be a little bit off the card? You're going to see this little, can you see that little those little words there. Let me see if I can brighten it up a little bit. It says place fold here. So anytime you have that on your dies, you should be able to see that. Hang on, let me try to brighten this up a little bit. So it says place fold here. That's what I did, but my die was upside down. Didn't work. So here's my card base. Great. Perfect. Look at that. Easy, easy. But again, we have that little bit of straight line. It's not totally visible, but we want to cover that up. So we're going to run this through again, get a new piece of cardstock, and same die. We're going to run it through our machine. I have it face down this time. And let's go. Run that through there. Now, just for fun, so we're putting this card together. So here I have these two pieces, and then basically we have our folded card, and this piece is just going to cover that up. So we get rid of that straight line. This will create our fold. So let's go ahead and add that. Now, normally I wouldn't want that to be on the inside, but I'm just demoing here, showing you guys how to make a card quickly. So no big deal. But you'd want to make sure there's no extras on your cardstock. So I'm going to add this on here. And this will be the front of our card. And then we just have to do a couple of our layers. It is kind of tricky some of the time to get these to line up. This time it worked out really well for me. But watch on these next ones when I die cut these. So here's my card base. I could stand it up just like that. We'd be good to go. I'm going to set that off to the side. Then I need to get the next layer. So I'm going to grab this one, and to make sure I don't lose anything, I'm going to go ahead and put this one back on here. And look, that lined up just right. That's nice. So we're going to take this one, and we're going to get a different color. And I'm actually going to, just for fun, make it a little bit different. I'm going to use some pattern paper here. And we don't want green. You could, but we want these polka dots. So let's try that. We'll run the polka dots through there, and this will kind of be a layer on our card. And then we'll do one more layer and something in the center. What color are we going to use for the center? That part I haven't figured out yet. We're going to do like that. Now the card I'm going to make to save time today is just going to be straight flat. But again, I highly recommend this adhesive foam. You see that? It's sticky, it'll hold all the pieces of your card together, but it also gives that dimension that we were talking about, okay? If we had more time, I would definitely use the adhesive foam. Got my card. Now here's the tricky parts. I got to line that up. Hey, we're doing good again so far, so we're going to add that. And let's see, my adhesive. Bum, bum, bum. Where'd you go, adhesive? If you see it, shout at me and let me know where my adhesive went to. Goodness, I just had it. Oh, there it is behind a cutting pad. Now we don't want this green. That's a little too much, So let's just add a little adhesive to this. We're going quick, and we're going to go ahead and add that. Now see if this still lines up. See, there we go. So there is one layer. So our sun is coming together. And now we've got to, and I'm going to, do I have a die to put back? Ooh, die, where did you go? Where did that die go? Da, 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 da. Okay, well, that's okay. Well, we'll find it. Oh, there it is. I like to keep them together because, again, I have a tendency to lose these things. So why not put it back before it gets lost? I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And then let's get the inside. And we do want that little swirl in there too, just to make sure we have that. Let's go ahead and get that swirl out of there. Get these dies back on here. Good, I've got all those together. And we are going to run this through. We need one more color. I've used that. What is left? What did I do? I know I have more cardstock here. Oh, the colors look different because let's try this. Let's try this here, and then that will be the center. Okay, we're going to run that through. This is easy. Foldits are really easy, everybody. If you're not familiar with foldits, they are easy. Quick cards. If you want to use all the layers on foldits, you can. You don't have to. I'm showing you how you can use all of the dies in this set really quick today. So here is my centerpiece. Great. Let's get a little bit of adhesive on this. And there we go. We're going to add some adhesive here. Now, last week we did a slim line. I should probably do a stamp and die combination here pretty soon. That should be coming up. Try to mix things up here. And I don't know how I'm getting these. See, now this one's a little bit tricky. I got to make sure I get this lined up. No. This is the challenging part. No. I always have a hard time with this one. No. Maybe. Yeah, no. All of a sudden it just, yes. Lines up just right. So we've got that. And let's do something for the center. I do have one more color. Yeah, let's go ahead and use that. Let's finish this one off. Now, again, you can do colors just like me, or you can mix and match. You don't have to use that pattern. It is quite a lot, but I was just trying to make it different to show you that you have these separate options, different things you can do. If I can find my swirl, which I heard it. I heard it. I heard it. It's hiding under there. And we have this one other color that we can use. Let's go ahead and run that through real quick. We'll be all finished here. So again, this is the Swirly Sun. And remember how I was talking, maybe you want to add a little something extra, some die cut words, or maybe you have a little character or something that's summer or spring kind of themed that you want to add in front of your sun. I think that makes a big difference. So I'm not even going to tape this one down, but here you go. There is my sun right there. And to show you, like our designers, they added sandals to the front. They also added a little surfboard with a flamingo. Now I do have a couple things here. Maybe if you're into fairies or somebody you like who's into fairies, you just add that to the front. It really makes a big difference on the card. Okay, so that you could add something like that. Then we have like our summer fruits. We could add that little collection down there. That could go there. So that extra color really makes things stand out. And of course, if you have some sentiments or if you have some bling type of stuff or dots, any of those fun things you could add. Now I didn't tape the center down, but so you can see how it works. This is my card. You open it up, boom, opens up just like that. If I would have wanted to do it on the side, I could have. So you have those different options. Choose the colors you want. If you have some glittery, pretty sparkly stuff, I think that would look really nice too. And again, this version is flat, but I prefer the ones that have a little extra depth. And look, there's some sparkle on there. And you can see, again, that our designer used the adhesive foam under there. So that's the Stamps of Life. It says 5x7. I think it's closer to 4x6. It definitely is bigger than 4x6, but it's not quite 5x7. All right, so that is something that you might like that is available on the website. And if you have it, this is the time of the year to break it out and use it. All right, so I hope you like that. Let's see. What are we going to do next? We are going to do let's jump right into our quiz. We're moving along here. So it's just a February quiz. It might just be random stuff, but I think they show us the answers that we can choose from. So in the chat, I want you to tell me if you know the answer. And then if everybody agrees, we'll go with that one. If we have some differences or we don't know, we'll just randomly guess. But this is just for fun, trying to make our brains think a little bit extra and just hang out for a bit. So we're going to do this game, then we'll do our good news segment after that. So let's go and find that. I will bring that up. I'm going to get rid of that. Let's see. So where is my game, my quiz? I see it. There might be a lot of ads on this one. I tried to get rid of them, but they just won't go away. That's the price. If you want to play one of these free games, then you have to deal with the advertisements. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get rid of that one. No, we're going to present. And we're going to try a new so let's go back to this one and whoops, sorry. This should be quicker. We're going to stop the screen and we're going to add a screen. I still had the old screen open. Share, and ultimate February quiz. How about that? Here we go. How many questions there are, I don't know. There's either 10 or 20 or something, but this is the ultimate February quiz. Let the challenge begin. Here we go. What special occurrence happens in February every 4 years wherein an extra day is added to the month? Let me get you guys over here so I can see the comments. Is there an equinox? Is there a leap year, a blue moon, or solar eclipse? Every 4 years, this happens. Equinox, leap year, blue moon, or solar eclipse? Let me know in the chat. Okay, let me know in the chat. Leap year. Okay, leap year. That's right. That's when you get you lose a day, right? On leap year? Okay, leap year. Yes, 1 for 1. Next question. The correct answer is leap year. Oh, wait. February has 29 days in a leap year. That means you get an extra day. What am I saying? You miss a day. Okay. Next question. Next question. Question 2. The name February is derived from the Latin word februm, meaning what? What does February mean? Februm. Look at all these. Does it mean strength, wisdom, purification, or love? What does it mean? It says remove ads. Does that really work? Let's try. No, I better not. I bet they're going to make us try to pay. What do you guys think? Purification, love, wisdom, or strength? Does anybody know what februm means? Love. That would seem like the guess to me. Everybody's saying love so far. Love, love, purification, says Sylvie. Anybody else? Anybody else? Jump in the chat. You got to help me out. 2 out of 3 say love. 2 out of 3 say love. I don't know. I wish I could phone a friend on this one. Phone a friend. I don't think it would be strength, purification. All right, well, we got 2 votes for love. Let's try. Sylvie, you were right. It was love. Next question. In February 1964, which British band, this was before I was born, made their first official visit to the United States, marking the beginning of their significant impact on American music culture? 1964, was it The Who, the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, or the Beatles? I'm guessing the Beatles. Keitha says Beatles. Anybody else? Led Zeppelin was not till 70s. Rolling Stones, they were 60s. Let's go Beatles. Yes, Beatles. Next. Question 4. We've only missed one so far. Not bad. And we're 16% way through. In the United States, what television event known for its commercials and halftime show takes place in February each year? And this is an easy one. Super Bowl. It's not the NBA Finals. It's not the Stanley Cup. Super Bowl. Even a baby could get that one. Yes. Next question. Queen Elizabeth, now it's getting harder. Queen Elizabeth II, who ascended to the throne in February of 1952, was the monarch of how many Commonwealth countries? Ooh, this is tricky. How many Commonwealth countries are there when Queen Elizabeth was their boss? Is there 20, 16, 12, or 8? How many Commonwealth? So how many countries are part of the British Commonwealth? I know Canada's one. I think Australia's one. Does anybody know? This is tricky. How many countries are in the British Commonwealth? 16 with a question mark, says Keitha. Anybody else? Not, we're going to go with that, and it'll just be Keitha's fault if we get it wrong. 16 sounds like a good guess. Well, now we have an 8. So 2 votes, 1 of each. Is anybody going to be our tiebreaker? I don't know. Do we have a tiebreaker? 16 and 8. Maybe we'll just go half. 12s. Okay. You know, I was going to say let's split the difference. And so I see 2 12s. So let's try. We're going to go for 12. This is just a guess. No. Who said 16? Who said 16? You were right. 16. Keitha was right. We should have listened to you. You were the first one. Here I was going to blame you for being wrong, and you had it right. Next question. Now we're not doing so great, guys. Or ladies, sorry. 2 are wrong. Groundhog Day falls on February 2nd. One unusual tradition is associated with this holiday. What happens on Groundhog Day? Bonfires are lit to ward off evil spirits. People dress up as groundhogs and hold parades. Groundhogs are hunted in large numbers. Poor guys. A groundhog predicts the length of the winter based on its shadow. Even I know this one. It's the shadow one, right? Shadow. Next. Some of these are easy. Which famous website was launched February 14th of 2005? Wow, 2005, this new website. Was it Wikipedia? Was it Etsy? Twitter? Or YouTube? Who knows? This website came alive 2005. Is it Wikipedia, Etsy, Twitter, or YouTube? So it was on a Valentine's Day, and it was 2005. Anybody know? No guesses? I'm guessing YouTube. Etsy, says Diane. Etsy. It has that. Maybe that would be the connection with Valentine's Day. Etsy. Anybody else? No other guesses? Okay, we're going to go with Etsy. Jeff says YouTube. So it's me and Jeff against Diane. YouTube. Anybody else? Nobody else. Oh man, our chat is really letting me down today. Okay, this one's going to be on me and you, Jeff. We are responsible for this. Yes, it was YouTube. What a lucky guess. Lucky guess. I love YouTube. Not everything's on it good, but I like it. Mardi Gras, the festival celebration before the period of Lent, is also known as what food-inspired day in many English-speaking countries? Food-inspired. Is it Burger Day, Pancake Day, Pizza Day, or Taco Day? Oh, wow. The day before Lent. Is it Burger Day, Pancake Day, Pizza Day, or Taco Day? Does anybody know this? This is random. I would guess Burger Day. Does anybody know? Sorry, Diane and Mary. Etsy was wrong. Where's my buzzer? Oh, I should have my buzzer going here. Pancake. Eleanor says pancake. We're going to go with that. Eleanor, this is yours. Yes, you were right, Eleanor. We're just going to listen to the first person from now on. If you get your vote in first, we are picking your answer. Next question. Which Roman god is often associated with Valentine's Day, representing love, desire, and affection? Is it Dionysus, Apollo, Cupid, or Venus? I would guess Cupid. Who's going to make our first guess? First guess is from Jeff. Cupid, he says. Yes, that's what was my guess. It's like you got one of those buzzers now. You got to be fast to the buzzer. Which ancient Roman festival held in February honored the god of agriculture, fertility, and involved the symbolic cleansing of the city? An ancient Roman festival. Was it Lupercalia, Saturnalia, Ides of March, or Kalends? This is tricky. No idea. They cleansed the city in this day in February. It can't be the Ides of March. That's March. Saturnalia is December. So it's got to be Looper or Callens? Who knows? Who's going to take responsibility for this one? I'm looking for that first vote. Cupid, no, we're past that one. We're on to the holiday one, guys, girls. Lupercalia or Kalins, I guess, one of those. We did a 50-50, and I voted the other two off. No, okay, I'm going to take responsibility for this one. Nobody's helping me. A, says Rochelle. Okay, let's go with that. All right, that was good. Next. Which zodiac sign is associated with most of February? Is it Aries, Pisces, Capricorn, or Aquarius? Who's going to give us the first answer? Aries, Pisces, Capricorn, or Aquarius for February? Good job on that one, Rochelle. I did not know the Roman holidays. How far are we on this quiz? This is really slow moving. Oh, I see we've got like around 40 viewer Aquarius. Okay, good. Let's go. We're going to go with that. Yes. Next. That was right. In the Northern Hemisphere, what season does February typically belong to? That is easy. Is it autumn, summer, winter, or spring? Well, it's February right now. What season are we in? What season are we in? We are in winter. I did that one. Next. Here's the halfway point of the quiz. In the United States, which important observance is celebrated on the third Monday of February? We just did this. Is it Memorial Day, President's Day, Independence Day, or Martin Luther King Jr. Day? We just celebrated it. President's Day. I'm going to do the easy ones. February is National Cherry Pie Month in the United States. And which famous European dessert is the inclusion of cherries a common and traditional practice? Okay, here's for you chefs. You use cherries in this European. Is it in Black Forest cake? Is it in a baklava? Is it in a macaron? Is it in tiramisu? Where do they use cherries? Which one of these? I don't know. I don't know this one. Who knows this one? Help me out. Make a wild guess. Black Forest, says Diane. And Keitha says, okay, we're going with that. Yes, you guys are right. Good job. Next, you guys must be bakers. Celebrated every February, which observance in the United States and Canada highlights the achievements and contributions of African Americans? That would be Black History Month, Harlem Renaissance, Juneteenth, or Martin Luther King Jr. Day. That is Black History Month, right? Yeah. Next. That was an easy one. Which famous inventor known for the electric light bulb was born on February 11th, 1847? So who invented the light bulb? Was it Alexander Graham Bell, Nikola Tesla, Marie Curie, or Thomas Edison? I'm guessing Edison. What do you guys say? How far along are we? I'm guessing Edison. We're past the halfway point. I know that. Edison, Thomas, yeah. Next. Boom, nailed it, it said. We are 70% done. February 4th is dedicated to raising awareness about which disease and encouraging its prevention, detection, and treatment. February 4th. Is it diabetes, Alzheimer's, heart disease, or cancer? February 4th. We're fighting this. We're supposed to remember to fight it. Diabetes, Alzheimer's, heart disease, or cancer. Is February cancer Cancer Awareness Month? I don't know. Heart. Somebody said heart. That makes sense. Oh, no. It was cancer. Who said heart? Keitha got that wrong. Heart made sense to me. February, hearts. Let's see. 75%. The Sapporo Snow Festival, a famous winter event featuring impressive snow and ice sculptures, takes place every February in which country? The Sapporo Snow Festival. Sapporo Snow Festival. Does it take place in Canada, Switzerland, Norway, or Japan? Where is this festival? Canada, Switzerland, Norway, or Japan? Could be any of these. What is it called again? Whoops. Sapporo. That kind of sounds Japanese, huh? Sapporo. Does anybody know Japan? That kind of sounds Japan to me. Let's try it. Yes. Next question. And then we're going to do our good news segment. February's birthstone is the amethyst, known for its beautiful purple hues. What does its name literally mean? What does amethyst mean? Does anybody know? Not drunken, heart of the sea, queen of stones, purple fire. Well, the last one makes the most sense to me. What is it? What does amethyst mean? My guess is purple fire. Purple fire. Doesn't that make sense since it's kind of purple? Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Anybody gonna guess? Do I have to make the guess? Nobody's helping me on this one. I'm going purple fire. Nope. Look at that. Not drunken. Can you believe that? Would anybody have guessed that? Not drunken. Next. What flower is associated with the month of February? This, you know, everybody knows this one. Is it violet, lily? Hey, it's not even here. Daisy or tulip? I thought it was rose. Which one of these flowers is associated with February? Violet, lily, daisy, or tulip? I thought rose also, Jeff, but that is not one of the options. Violet, lily, daisy, or tulip? This is like a trick question because I would have said rose. If it was fill in the blank, I would have said rose. Anybody? Lily, says Mary. We're going to go with the milk. Mary. It was violet. Can't get them all. 87. Mardi Gras carnival celebration happens sometime during February. In which city is the largest and most famous Mardi Gras celebration held? Is it in Port of Spain? Is it in New Orleans? Is it in Rio de Janeiro or Venice? I'm guessing New Orleans. What is your guess? Where is Mardi Gras the biggest? I don't know what it's like in Port of Spain in Trinidad, Tobago. Is it New Orleans? That's my guess too, Diane. I'm going with that one. Yes. Next. We're almost done. We started this, we're going to finish. What international event is observed in February of each year promoting the responsible and sustainable use of the internet? What? Here we are on the internet. We're just wasting the internet right now, aren't we? Kind of. Safer Internet Day, Global Accessibility Awareness Day, World Password Day, or Data Privacy Day. Has anybody heard of these days to celebrate the internet? Safer Internet Day, Global Accessibility Awareness Day, World Password Day, or Data Privacy Day. I'm going to guess it's the global accessibility, but I don't know. Thanks, everybody, with New Orleans answers. Data. That's what I'm getting. Well, no. Okay, Diane, guess. My guess was global, but we're going to go with Diane. Safer. It was Safer Internet Day. We're wrong. You're approaching the final moments. What historical event signaling the end of the Mexican War of Independence is celebrated on February 24th? Is it Revolution Day, Flag Day, Cinco de Mayo, or Mexican Independence Day? Well, it can't be Cinco de Mayo. That's in May. So we ruled out one. What February holiday do they celebrate in Mexico, their War of Independence? Is it Mexican Independence Day? That makes sense. Revolution Day or Flag Day if you're in Mexico. This could be the difference between a C and a D, I believe. I'm looking for that first answer. I'm guessing Mexican Independence Day, but what do you guys think? And then get your Bibles ready. We're moving along. This is taking way too long. Revolution. Diane says revolution. We're going with it. No, it was Flag Day. That was like a really trick question. That's not fair. This has to be the last question. That is not fair. 100. What Shakespeare play features a character named Valentine and is often associated with the theme of love? I do not know this one. A Shakespeare play that has Valentine in it. Is it Much Ado About Nothing? Is it Romeo and Juliet? The Two Gentlemen of Verona? A Midsummer Night's Dream? Which one of these has a character named Valentine in it? Help me out. Help me out, please. I don't know my Shakespeare's plays. Maybe you do. I don't see too many answers coming in, so maybe you don't. Oh, there were some tricky ones here. I thought this was going to be easy. There was a couple of really easy ones, but help me out. We're already past an hour long. This is going way too slow. Nobody's helping. So let's see. I'm going to guess not Romeo and Juliet. And nobody's helping. I'm going to go with Midsummer Night's Dream. No, it was two. What is it? I've never heard of this one. The Two Gentlemen of Verona. That was incorrect. Show me my results. Where are my results? They're not going to tell us our results. Skip to the results. There it is. This is going to be bad. 16 out of 24. Yes. We passed with a solid D. 66 is a D. Well, thanks, Sylvia. You had the right answer, but you got to be faster than that. 16 out of 24. Could have been worse, but that was pretty bad. Pretty bad. 16 out of 24. A solid D. All of us working together, and all we could get was a D. The only good thing is if I would have done it by myself, it probably would have been an F. Okay, so this is our good news segment. We are on to Colossians chapter 3. That's in the New Testament, getting pretty far back towards the end of the Bible. We are looking at, now, I have to tell you, I really love this verse. I think I said earlier in the, as we started Take Two Tuesday, I really love this one because, we can't earn our salvation. There's no way we can save ourselves. And then we can't really also do anything to make God love us more. So only God can do these things. He initiates these things for us, which is great. So the pressure's off of us. But you know what? We can still honor God in the way that we live, the things we do, the things we say. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, that is what we're going to talk about today. So if you're in Colossians chapter 3, our verses, I'll read it first and then I'll bring it up here. And whatever you do in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. So let me grab that verse and I'll show you. This is one of my favorite Bible verses because finally we get to do something. We can honor God. It says right here in word or deed. And it says, whatever you do, anything and everything that you do or say to do, that you do or say, any of those things, you can honor God in that. Isn't that awesome? You can honor God in the name of Jesus. So you do everything considering the nature of Jesus. Is this how Jesus would do it? Is this how Jesus would say these words? So we're trying to get that perspective of this is what God would want me to say. This is how Jesus would do it. So in other words, our goal is to give our best. We're going to try to be exceptional. We're going to try to aim high. We're not going to just be going through the motions. We're not just going to be giving half an effort. We want to give our all and our best for God. And then it says, giving thanks to God the Father through him. So do we do all these things with a thankful heart? All the opportunities that God has blessed us with, are we thankful for those opportunities? It's real important that when we want to serve God or do something to bring him honor, whether it be our speech or our deeds, that we do it with an attitude where we are grateful, where we're content, and that we're not complaining. I know some of the time we can all do that, right? Some of the time we can find ourselves complaining probably a little bit too much. But one of the things we can really do to honor God is doing it with a thankful heart. And we all have so much to be thankful for. So God desires that we would honor him again by giving our best. It says, whatever you do, do it like you're doing it as the Lord Jesus would do it, with a thankful heart. So I started thinking about that. And, we all have these opportunities to be grateful about. So my first thought is, if you are a mom or a dad, are you patiently, and these are things for me too. So I might say you, maybe I'll say we. Are we patiently teaching and guiding our kids? That is a way we could honor God. If we are a husband or a wife, are we loving our spouse? Are we showing them grace? That is something we can do to honor God. Maybe you're a grandparent. You have grandkids. You've had a lot of life experiences. You've been through a lot. You've learned a lot. You've gained a lot of wisdom. Do you share that with your grandkids? You have the opportunity to do that. Maybe God's taught you something in the past. You can share it with the next generation. Then maybe you're working. So when you're at work, do you do an honest day's work for a fair day's pay? You don't take shortcuts. You take the right amount of break time. You're not scrolling around on your phone when you're supposed to be working. So you can honor God by giving your all, doing what your boss, your employer has asked you to do while it's your shift time, whether it's at home or at the office or any place that you're working. Maybe you're a manager or the owner of a business. Are you showing your employees like a humble attitude? Are you gracious towards them? Do you set a good example about them? Like, you keep calm. You don't try to boss them around. You're just a kind person as being a boss or an owner. You can do that. Maybe you're a student. We've talked about being a student, and the kids at our youth group, I talked with them the other day. Hey, what if you were handing this paper into God? Would you give it your all, your best? And so then the question would be, now when you turn in a paper to your teacher, did you give your all, your best that you could do? When you study, are you giving your all, your best? So those are some extra things. Maybe you're retired. Maybe you have some extra time on your hands. How could you honor God with that extra time that you have? Could you do something nice for somebody else? Spend some of your time helping, caring for somebody else. That is a way that you can honor God. So we all have these different things, different areas that we can honor God, mostly to have to do with other people and relationships. But if maybe you don't fall into any of these categories, or maybe you're not around a lot of people, one way you can honor God is by praying for people. God wants us to pray for others when we see others in need. So maybe these things that I talked about, maybe perhaps they don't come into your life as much as you would like. If that is the spot you find yourself, you can pray. You can pray for others and honor God as you do that, asking God to bless them. That is a way that we can do something for others, even though maybe we're not in contact with them all. But most of us have these relationship opportunities. So how can we go out and honor God in all these things? Let me grab that verse one more time. Whatever you do, it says, I really love that. Whatever you do in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. That's in Colossians. So with all this in mind, remember that God desires that we give our best, but he knows our hearts. Nothing's hidden from him, so we can't fake it. So if we want to give him our best, let's go for it. Let's really do that. For those of us who we choose to honor God, let's know that we're making important decisions even right now. The decisions that we make have eternal ramifications. Later on in verse 24, it says that there is an inheritance for the people who serve God, who honor God. And not only do we get Jesus for all of eternity, but all that belongs to him is a part of your inheritance and also a part of mine. So, wow, when we give our best today, we're not going to regret it. We are not going to regret it. It's really going to pay off. And as you honor God today, you're going to set an example for the people around you. And I bet that is going to really shine Jesus through you to them. And they're going to see something special that you're doing, or just your character. And that is really a way to honor God when we represent him here on earth by doing the things he would have us to do with the character, the nature that reflects him, with thankful hearts and just a caring attitude. We can really make a big difference in this world, and a big difference in God's kingdom, and then awaiting for us an eternal inheritance. Wow. I really think that's exciting. All right, that is it. So if you want to read it over, go to chapter 3 of Colossians. It talks about a lot of those relationships that we talked about, how you can honor God in those things, and do whatever you do for the Lord. So whatever it is you're doing today, maybe you're just going to be on the internet today, honor God. Maybe you're going to meet some people. How can you honor God? Maybe you're going to have some extra time on your hands where you're just alone, or you spend some time in prayer. All these different things you can do. All right, that is a wrap for today. I hope everybody enjoyed that. I think it's one of I highlighted that verse. I have always loved it. It's our chance to do something for God. And I think that's special. We should take advantage of it. So I hope you will too. Don't forget, HSN sneak peek preview is Thursday night. All right. And again, this is a busy week. Tonight, we have the class. If you signed up for the next level class, that is tonight. That's Tuesday night. Thursday night is the HSN sneak preview. Saturday night is the club reveal. Yeah, because we are at the end of the month. Sunday is the 1st. So Stephanie will you're going to get sick of us this week. I'm sorry, but there's something every night this week. So if you like it, great. We're going to be around a lot. Should be a fun week. Sunday, the new collection will be out, but it will be unofficially on the website on Saturday night. So new stamps and dies, new items on the website, all kinds of fun stuff this week. Thanks for hanging out with me for Take Two Tuesday. I have a feeling I'm going to be off. There will be no Take Two Tuesday next week because I'm going to be in charge of Honey Bear while Stephanie's gone. And I need to catch up on some things here around the warehouse. And I don't want to lose the dog while Stephanie's out of town. I'll get in big trouble. So I'm going to be on dog duty. And so have a great day. Thanks again for joining me for Take Two Tuesday. I will see you probably in 2 weeks, unless I just pop up for something random, but most likely no Take Tuesday next week. So have a great couple weeks. I'll see you probably in 2 weeks, but I'll be on the Crafting Corner or the HSN sneak preview. You'll kind of see me around here and there. All right. Have a wonderful day, all of you. Thanks again for joining me. I'll see you soon. Bye.